friends in a valley and in Hollywood and downtown, all throughout the area, Pasadena.
The comment,
Michelle.
thousands and thousands of scientists disagree with the climate change agenda, likely falls into a grey area when it comes to misinformation. Here's why. 1. Is it misinformation? Claim accuracy. The overwhelming majority of climate scientists agree that human activity causes climate change. Scientific consensus is well documented in peer-reviewed studies and major scientific organisations. Agenda framing, referring to climate science as an agenda, can be misleading because it implies bias or conspiracy rather than evidence-based research. 2. Does it violate YouTube's policies? Harmful misinformation. YouTube may take action if the comment promotes ideas that could directly harm public safety, e.g. denying extreme weather is linked to climate change when that leads to dangerous inaction. Free expression. Skepticism or disagreement with climate change doesn't typically violate YouTube's guidelines unless it crosses into harmful territory. 3. Your options. Report it. You can report it under misinformation if you believe it has potential to harm public understanding or safety. Engage constructively. Reply with facts and sources, such as, actually, 97% of climate scientists agree that human activity is causing climate change. Check out reports from NASA or the IPCC for more info. Ignore it. If it's not overtly harmful, you can choose not to engage to avoid amplifying the comment. Whether to report it depends on how harmful you think the comment could be in spreading false or misleading information. The exact number of scientists in the field of climate science varies, but here's a general way to understand the figure. Estimate the total number of climate scientists. A 2013 study by Cook et al., which analysed 11,944 scientific papers, identified about 29,000 climate scientists whose work contributed to understanding climate change. For simplicity, let's assume there are approximately 30,000 climate scientists worldwide. 2. Calculate 3%. 3% of 30,000 is 900 scientists. 3. What this means, while 3% might sound like a significant number when expressed as hundreds of scientists, it is a small minority compared to the 97% consensus, approximately 29,100 scientists, who agree that human activities are causing climate change. The scientific consensus is based on overwhelming evidence, and the 3% typically include individuals whose views are not supported by peer-reviewed evidence or who may not actively work in climate-related fields. Yes, the claim that thousands and thousands of scientists disagree with the climate change agenda is misleading and likely false. Here's why. Consensus in climate science. Studies, including a landmark 2013 study by Cook et al., show that 97% of actively publishing climate scientists agree that human activities are the primary driver of recent climate change. This consensus has been reaffirmed by many scientific bodies, such as NASA, NOAA, and the IPCC. 2. Numbers don't add up. If we assume there are around 30,000 climate scientists globally, 3% of dissenters, those who might disagree, would be approximately 900 individuals, not thousands and thousands. The phrase thousands and thousands suggests a much larger portion of the scientific community, which is not accurate. 3. Misrepresentation of dissent. Those who claim large numbers of dissenters often include people who aren't climate scientists or who have ties to industries opposed to climate policies. For example, petitions or statements that claim thousands of scientists oppose climate change theories often include non-experts, such as engineers or doctors, whose work is unrelated to climate science. In conclusion, the statement "thousands and thousands of scientists disagree" is a misrepresentation and a form of misinformation. It exaggerates the extent of dissent to undermine the well-established scientific consensus.